Hey, do you ever wanted to create something that looked like this? Well, now you can inside of DaVinci Resolve without the need to do a million nodes just with one simple plugin. Come with me and I'll show you. Alright, let's jump right into DaVinci Resolve. And what we have here is already our 3 clips that we're going to be using today. Every single clip was from pexels.com, so you guys can also go there and download footage that is free. All the footage is in Rec 709. So the only thing you have to do, as I did here, was input Rec 709 into DaVinci Wide Gamut, and then output it again into Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. We already have every single look done, but I'm going to explain node by node our grade until we get to the film box, and it's what is basically doing all the heavy lifting here for us, as you guys can see. So let's see. Right here, what I did was basically just skin in depth. What this means is that I corrected the skin after we did the film box, and the depth is just a depth map to bring down that background so she can pop even more. So basically, what we did here was use film box inside of DaVinci Wide Gamut, which is not recommendable, I don't think, within their website. Is recommendable to use after the output, but I did think that it gave us a little bit more of a look that I was trying to achieve from the beginning. So I'm just gonna do a parallel node right here, just to explain the film box all the way from the beginning. Film box, in my opinion, does give you the option to get to the film look as well as film look creator, but this one I do believe that I like the grain more and a little bit of the split toning more. And as well, if you're a beginning colorist and you just want to get from point A to point B, I do think that this is a great option. So coming here to the film box, we'll just turn this on, and as you can see, this is not the look that we're trying to achieve. So as you can see, our source is not the correct one, and what we're gonna do here is put the Rec 709 Gamma 2.4, even though it says is inaccurate. The only reason why I'm doing this is because it's recommendable, even though I'm working inside of DaVinci Wide Gamut color space. So what you have here is basically your camera settings, and this is just your exposure, temperature, and tint. The only reason why I don't do these adjustments here, just because you're already working inside of DaVinci Wide Gamut, so I would much rather do it after skin node and, you know, use maybe the HDR wheels to get the exposure right. So besides that, you have your negative. So your negative can be 16, 35, or 35 full frame. And within this, then you have options of like stock that you can use, like 250D, 250D clean, and this will give you different levels of grain, different levels of elation, and as well as different levels of color separation. So we can see here just slightly differences in tint, as well as differences in our grain, as you can see in each one of them. Now, instead of the advanced settings, and this is where you can really fine-tune your image, and basically here you can use like different styles, and as you can see, we'll just again give you a little bit of a different color and tone, because this will be basically just bypassing this and do it all by yourself. And so you can use like something like 500T, which will give you a little bit more a warmer look. Then you have the options for halation. I don't use halation here. I do really like halation inside of DaVinci Resolve, and I'll show you in a little bit how I use it. So I don't use it here, but you do have the option to add halation to your footage inside of Filmbox. Then you have the grain, which again, here grain, you have many options to use, and I do think that it is very useful, and you have so many options inside of Filmbox, and we can zoom in right here. To my personal taste, I don't like all of the saturation. So normally I would leave it with a little bit of saturation or none at all. So I'll choose any style that I maybe would like for a starting point, and then fine tune it for my specific needs for that project. And in this case, let's say I'll like it if it is like something like 0.550. Feel like this looks good. Again, this has been, I forgot to disable my skin node here, but this will be without skin, without my skin transformation, and then here a little bit of skin retouching so we can get more into that regular skin tones, and I like the redness of the skin right there. Besides all of this, then you have grain, of course we already talked, gate weave. It's your regular weave off the gate if you choose to put one, and if you don't, it will just shake it a little bit so it looks like film. Then you have lab, which you can work with vibrancy, and you can see like vibrancy here. I really like it. This is one of the things that I really like about the vibrancy vibrance inside of FilmLab. It works with density and not so much with the normal saturation. So normal saturation would give your luminance, take your luminance and put it up, and then here it just makes it denser, makes it look more vibrant without really affecting my highlights that much. Contrast, again, not something that I love using here, but if you want to just use this tool for just your client work, and then you don't want to do a lot of nodes, then you can just use contrast here. Then you can push and pull. And the other thing that we have is finally a print. And print looks is just you can put it full, you can put it like your standards or extended. I like to put it full just to get that punch from the colors, and then the version just use 2.0. This is the latest version, and your display color space, which is your final display color space that you want. And then you can export your LUT. You can export your LUT into 65 cube or 33 cube. And use your look that you just created into every other single clip that you're doing. Maybe inside, maybe you're doing a music video and you just want to use this whole thing on your music video, or you can just copy the grade that you just did, paste it, and then you can basically control a little bit more the look that you're doing. So as you can see here, again, the only thing that I did was, because this look was giving me a little bit of a yellowish, greenish tone, I just pulled it back into the reds, and now we have this. So yeah, this was it for my tutorial slash just showcase of the Filmbox plugin. And this is not sponsored whatsoever. This is just me truly just using a plugin to create a look that maybe you guys can use for your next commercial, next video, or even for Instagram if you guys want. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.